Candy and Kev, Candy and Kev, Candy and Kev. Get ready.
Here we go, it's the show you've been waiting
I know
for.
you've been waiting.
Just sit back, you will see, you're gonna want some more. We talk about love, life, fam, fun, all in one. Let's take a ride. It just begun. Come on, everybody, you're sure to get your laugh on. It's the Candy and Kev Show.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to your Tuesday edition of.
Hold on, y'all. There we go. I got to get that out.
I don't
get it
know.
out.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was right there as soon as we started. It was just like, as I said, I felt it coming. So
I don't know what is up with that. But guys, it is a Tuesday edition of Car Conversations with Candy and Kev, the stay home edition. That's right, guys. We are still staying home. We are doing our part to stop the spread of the coronavirus. But what I would like you to spread is this live. So go ahead, everybody, and hit that. That's right, y'all, hit that share button. So I know y'all always look like, why are you asking that question? Don't you live with that man? But y'all don't understand. We don't sit up under each other.
Yeah, it's when we get into Tuesday is relationship Tuesday, so we typically talk about some relationship tips, and that's one of the things that they suggested. So we'll get into that a little bit later. So stay tuned for that. But then sometimes you know how sometimes you just wake up and you slept wrong and you kind of sore and you just got to get your bearings together. Sometimes when we get up, Candy will start doing what she needs to do. I'll start doing what I need to do, and we won't really kind of communicate until we get our day begins to start right here.
I just really cannot. Kevin, I'll tell you. Actually, today I woke up even a little earlier because I was like, I don't want another mishap, because apparently Kevin feeds y'all lies about why I'm late sometimes. But
I didn't even put your business out there.
You did. I saw it on Facebook.
I didn't say what it was. I didn't put the emoji up. I sure could have. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna put it that much out there.
But good morning, everybody. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Ernie. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Kissy. Can y'all do us a favor and go ahead and hit that share button if you've not done so already? We have a lot of exciting we have exciting news to bring to you. Breaking news. Good morning, Anna. I'm sorry, I don't know if I spoke to you, but exciting news to bring to you. Breaking news. Yolanda, see, I shouldn't have started, because now everybody who comes on this feed, good morning. I love you all, and there ain't a thing you can do about it, boo. So let's get right to that exciting breaking news. You see this, guys? Do a split screen of this.
I'm trying to tag Showtyme.
You see this, guys? I'm sorry, I'm working with my producer over here. Hamilton will be. It was announced this morning by Lin-Manuel. I'm forgetting one of the names there because he has a 3-name situation, but it will be available on Disney Plus as of July 3rd. July 3rd, 4th of July weekend. You can watch the entire. Now, it's not like somebody went ahead and snuck into the theater and they were like, with their phone trying to record it. No, this was a filmed, an official filmed presentation of Hamilton, and they have made it available on Disney Plus. Starting July 3rd, you'll be able to watch it. I am so excited. Can you tell how excited I am about this?
Let me tell you how excited she was. I'm down here getting everything set up, and I hear her scream. And I didn't even budge because I was like, because it wasn't like a distress scream.
I was like,
but then I'm thinking it's a man up in my room because I hear the newscaster say, I hear you screaming in your bedrooms. And I was just like, I want the ham sandwiches in my room.
Yes. So the CEO of Disney joined on the Good Morning America show this morning with Lin-Manuel. And I feel like I'm forgetting because I feel like he's a 3-name person. But I don't know. He's an amazing person. And they are putting Hamilton. Again, it's not like your little, the bootleggers done went in and did one of these numbers and was holding it up for y'all. No, it is the official film. It's on the stage, but it's the official film's version, and Disney is doing this as a way of give back. And y'all have to understand what this means. Like, I don't know if y'all, because I tried. I don't know why my husband is not screaming and happy for joy.
That just saved us a couple grand.
Yes, because I don't know if y'all realize, but those tickets range from anywhere, the lowest tickets, because we have been watching them, right? Unless you went there and did that, like, Ticket Today, try to do that thing, but they always sold out anyway. Like $300 up to $3,000, depending on where you wanted to sit. But all y'all have to do now, for my friends that I know through Kevin gonna tell y'all how to get that Disney Plus so y'all can watch it. But Kevin, what should I know you're about to do?
I'm not gonna mess up my connections. Cut me off.
So anyway, go ahead, make sure you mark your calendar. I legit stopped everything I was doing, pulled out my calendar. July 3rd, Hamilton will be available to watch.
So 2 things. We always promoting small businesses, and I want to give an update on something that I spoke of last week. I spoke of the Seagull. It's the what is it called? Sea moss gel, and I've been taking it now for about 5 days. And I drastically saw my numbers change. You guys that know that I suffer with what is it called?
Now, do you suffer with it? Because I feel like you suffer.
Yeah, I don't suffer with it, but I've been told that I have diabetes type 2. And I have to watch my numbers and things that I eat. And I watched my numbers, and I specifically started it one day and checked my numbers, and it was a little escalated because I had some stuff that I probably shouldn't have had. But I didn't change anything, and I just took the sea moss, and it drastically changed my numbers. Blood pressure is under control, so it really works. So I recommend that you get it. Also, for the ladies, and I know Kanye is going to get into this. We have she got her hair covered today, but we have a young.
Oh,
lady.
wait! No,
I can't. It's a video. You can talk.
Okay, so I wanted to go and get the product, but I have entered the 90-day Gross Layer Challenge. Yes, the 90-day Gross Layer Challenge. So I need y'all to go ahead and check out a Kamor Salon. I have to say that because it's my good girlfriend's name backwards. Kamor Salon, right? She has this 90-day growth challenge. You can go online and check out the product right there, and you'll get that. All you're asked to do is make the purchase on OSisIsSlade.com. Follow them on Instagram. You will receive those 3 bottles of the serum that she has worked very diligently to curate the ingredients, all natural ingredients, and then post your results. My daughter and I started the challenge on Saturday, I believe it was Friday, or it could have been Friday, Saturday. And so we will be taking We will be chronicling our results over the next 90 days. So y'all go over there and check out ohsisisslade.com.
So the information is right there on the screen for you, so you can go ahead and get that, and I'll make sure Candy posts that information also, so you can go ahead and support it. And we know the young lady, and I've seen some of
Such
her
a
work.
sweetie. And let me please tell you, when I put my order in, I got my order 2 days later.
Now,
Legit.
for those that are taking their chance on going into the hair salon, here goes a
So they finna open these salons back up. A little bit of y'all are confused. Y'all need to get some do's and some don'ts before you come in the shop. I'm just gonna talk directly to you today. This is your list. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna be playing with y'all. I'm gonna let a lot of stuff slide. If you walk in that shop and you look like you've been asleep for 72 hours, go home. Don't even come sit down. You look tired. Don't come sit in my chair. If you do that, get your pocketbook and leave. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not. Don't come sit in my chair. If I'm doing your hair and I look down on your phone and I see a text and somebody say, how you feeling today? Get up. Get out. Go home. Don't come. If you wake up, your eyes itching, don't come. Because I can't tell. I can't tell whether you got allergies. I don't know what it is. I'm covered, but you can't be in here. Okay? What y'all not going to do is y'all not going to do it here. Y'all not going to do it here. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love all of y'all. But you got one cough per client. You come in that shop coughing and you cough one time, and it's a wrap. I'm just gonna look at you. That mean get your stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna be playing with y'all. If you walk in the shop and your nails dirty, you been at home for a month. I ain't seen you in a month. You ain't been nowhere. You been off work. I come in there and your fingernails dirty underneath. Go home. Hygiene is very important. This is a high time in our community. And if you come in here looking dirty, girl, you been at home for 30 days. You ain't seen me in 30 days. And you come in here looking rough, you better wear your best. I brushed my hair for this video because I ain't had nothing else to do. It ain't no excuses. I've been following y'all on your pages. If you don't posted anything about anybody in your house coughing, don't you come. If you sneeze, you got to go home. Ain't gonna be no sneezing and blowing your nose and then putting your arms back under the cape. No, ain't no sneezing in the shop. Sneezing is not permitted. Sneezing is prohibited in my shop. If you look like you been sneezing, you going home. You not finna be in there with me. I know them kids out of school. Can't nobody come with you. Who? Can't no kids come sit in here because if they start sneezing, I can't do that with y'all today. We not out here trying to sacrifice our lives for no bob and no bang. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. There's too many YouTube channels. You can go figure out how to do a ponytail like this by yourself at home. But you're not finna bring whatever it is. If you've been around a whole bunch of people, don't even book an appointment. If you know that you ain't been following the guidelines, you know you don't care nothing about that, you thug, like, don't you come up in here because I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight y'all. If you try to show up at the shop with your little friends, they got to go too. Don't even put nobody in the car with you. Because if you put somebody in the car with you and you walk up in the shop and they walk up behind you, everybody's feelings getting hurt. I don't care no more. I'm going to have to respect these guidelines. I promise you. You better be ready to throw them hands if you come in that shop sneezing. I dare you to break the law. I dare you to break the law. Finna come up in the shop acting the fool. Come up in the shop sneezing if you want to. I want you to come in the shop sneezing. Come in there sneezing. I got a family to protect. Try it if you want to. Come out the bathroom. I heard you in there coughing and blowing your nose. I don't have time to play with y'all. I'm going to tell you to get your pocketbook and I'm going to tell you to leave. Don't play with me. You got a choice. You gonna get beat up or you want to borrow. It ain't that serious. Play those games with somebody else. You think you gonna disrespect me and come up in this shop? Try to act like you ain't been coughing and I've been following you on Instagram. Girl, I saw you coughing. I saw you.
Listen, she gives me so much life. That is Caked by Jamaica. And she is not playing with y'all. Yes, when the world opens up, the salons are going to open up, but she has rules. So
she ain't playing. She said, "Don't come in there coughing. She'll spray you. She'll do all type of things." So y'all better hear yourself. But we just want you to know that wasn't the person that we was promoting today. Candy will tell you who that was again.
So when you are getting ready to, things you can do now to get ready to go back into that salon is get your hair ready for your stylist. Go ahead and try out that Oh Sis is Slayed Grow Slayer Challenge. It's the 90-day Grow Slayer Challenge. You can find that at Akamora Salon. I have to say it because it's her name backwards. Akamora Salon. And you can see all the information right up there. It's ohsisisslade.com. And get yourself ready for when you go back to that hairstylist.
Well, y'all, this weekend we lost three musical icons in the black community. We lost none other than Mr. Little Richard himself. We also lost Andre Harrell, and then I think it was Monday, Betty Wright. Betty Wright passed away. So condolences to their families. I'll definitely say Andre Harrell was a big influence for me wanting to be in the music industry. I watched him as a young kid growing up, how he started, and at the time, other than Motown records and stuff like that, you didn't hear of a black music exec that was young, cool. He made it cool to wear glasses. He was just a cool dude. So
and when you listen to his story, it's so crazy because he's doing like so many. He did like so many of us are finding ourselves doing now when opportunities weren't afforded to us or given to us. We go ahead and you create your own opportunities. Yeah. And so he was one of the trailblazers that brought the style to the culture, to the hip hop culture. And when when he started out, maybe people didn't see, the people that he was with, they didn't see his vision. So he went ahead and blazed his own path. Mm-hmm. And not only did he blaze his own path, but this is what I love about him. He reached back and he grabbed others and gave them a seat at the table as well. He was Swiss Beats was saying on the VERZUZ challenge between Erykah, Badu, and Jill Scott that he and Swiss had been talking recently about how he was really, really excited to watch the upcoming battle of Erykah Badu. Well, it wasn't a battle. We're going to talk about that because it definitely wasn't a battle. But the presentation, the verses between Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, and as they closed out, they played one of his songs that he had mentioned he was looking forward to really, really hearing. So they closed out the session in tribute to Mr. Harrell. Such an amazing person, and the culture will really miss him, but his legacy lives on.
And then you have Little Richard. Little Richard was a icon of Mr. I call him Mr. Personality because he definitely was a personality. He was he considered himself like the father of rock and roll.
Yes. Yeah. So this man, the thing about Little Richard, do your research, people. A lot of the mainstream at the time, is that a nice way to put it? A lot of the mainstream at the time, black people, they weren't giving black artists and music artists proper just, right? Their proper play. And so what a lot of, the mainstream artists, the white artists of his time, they watched him, they copied him, they mimicked him. And then because people like Little Richard weren't given the opportunities to perform, they didn't realize that when they saw these white bands and group and men performing, they had just been watching what Little Richard was doing and they were mimicking him. And so they, so it's kind of like, without Little Richard, it really wouldn't have been people like Elvis Presley.
It wouldn't have been people. What's the group? The Beatles.
The Beatles. So it was a lot of very famous non-black musical artists, white musical artists who copied and mimicked his style. But one thing they couldn't copy was that, put that picture back up. Did you see that slayage on the hair?
They couldn't copy his person. He had a big personality. Like before it was all these like over the top personalities, there was Little Richard. He set the bar for over the top personalities.
And I love the fact that he was always recreating himself, right? You could see Little Richard on everything from, him doing his thing on the stage, playing with his foot and everything. Yeah. But then he had appearances on like Sesame Street and like all these different things. So he had appearances in movies. Was he in Leap of Faith?
I don't remember.
But there was this one movie, I can't remember which one it was. He was playing on, he performed on that. But there are so many white artists that were his peers that he couldn't get, entry into certain venues, but they knew his style, so they went ahead and mimicked it, and they went on to get fame. But that's all right because Little Richard is, like him or not, he is one of the most celebrated icons, and he was one of our big, if not the biggest, black rock and roll artist of his time.
So condolences to the Betty Wright family, Little Richard and Andre Harrell.
Pause. Let me say this. When Kevin was out of the room, but he could hear the TV, right? All he heard was, he thought he heard Betty White. My husband was like, ah! I said, Kevin, no, because I knew what he thought. I said, no, Kevin, they said Betty Wright. Now he was still upset.
I'm still upset.
But if they would have said Betty White.
If it wasn't for Betty Wright, it wouldn't really know Mr. Big Stuff. Because if y'all ever Mr. Big Stuff, she is, if you listen to it, it was a original
and the cleanup
song.
man.
Her original song. It was her original song that they went ahead and did over. So if it wasn't for that, shout out to
the cleanup woman.
The cleanup woman.
I'm sorry, the cleanup woman.
So listen.
And we had just actually watched her story on Unsung just a couple of weeks ago.
So speaking of soul women.
Pause. And one thing we learned from the Unsung, so many hip hop artists of our time samples her work, loved her work, and really respected her. She was on, what was the one? Was it Jay-Z?
No, she was on the DJ Khaled.
That's right. She was on DJ Khaled's, one of his recent productions. So shout out to you, Miss Betty Wright.
Yes. So had a good segue into our next story, but Candy cut me off and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, speaking of soul women, Saturday night, we were able to witness, I would say,
3 hours.
Epic proportion. The ladies had set the bar high, fellas. I mean, they said it like you gonna have to have icons to come behind them. But Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, phenomenal job. Like they had hit after hit, and they were just it was just such a vibe that it was just an amazing
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Here's what happened. After 3 hours of listening to that, and that was, let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Let me tell you, it was 3 hours of just deliciousness. I ain't gonna lie, it was after Erykah Badu talked about she was having an after party. By the time, because Kevin was watching downstairs, I was watching upstairs in our bedroom. By the time Kevin came upstairs, it was, let's take a long walk over to the bed in the dark. It was 3 hours of more deliciousness.
Yeah. That was the night after when I put the playlist on.
Yeah, it was the playlist.
You can go to, if you have iTunes or anything like that, you can go down and download the playlist of all the songs, majority of the songs they did. But you know what? They hit, I think, they said
it was close to 800,000. It was more, it was a little over, 800,000
live people, but they said their thing hit over 1 billion views. So shout out to the ladies. They did it.
Everybody from everybody was watching.
Herself, Michelle Obama, was on.
And here's the thing: she's actually been, popping in on a lot of, because she's really into music. But everybody was watching it, and you like Kevin said, you can go ahead to Apple Music and you can download that playlist. It's the VERZUZ, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott playlist. Kevin and I have just been listening. We were listening to it on Sunday on Mother's Day while we was chilling, having dinner.
Speaking of one of the things that we want to talk about today, you know, this is Relationship Tuesday, and on Relationship Tuesday we try to give little tidbits from our experience of 20 plus years.
You gonna get these years?
26 years going on.
We've been together for 28 years. We've been married for 26.
So yeah, we wanted to. Every now and then we try to give some tidbits. Last week we had a sex therapist on, licensed counselor and family. Because put some respect on it. PhD, doctor. All that good stuff. She's all that good stuff. So today we're just going to talk about, and this is the first time I think we've ever had the experience, and I don't know if anybody else. I talked to my father yesterday, and he's 86 years old, and he said he's never experienced a quarantine such as this, where, so this is something new that we're all experiencing together, and we got a few things that will help you, because a lot of people are used to date nights and all that good stuff, but a lot of places mostly every place is closed in our area. You can get takeout and stuff like that. So how do you create date nights and keep it kind of sexy? So one of the things that I've looked up is make your living room a dance floor. And me and Candy, we're not gonna tell y'all something that we don't do. The other day we just happened to be out, and my son called us doing this. And we look crazy. I look excited, don't I, y'all? I just look very excited.
What were we dancing to?
It was one of the kids.
Oh, it was Baby Shark.
Baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Baby Shark.
Yeah, so that's one of the things you can do. Just get in your living room, throw some music on, create your own ambiance, man.
Yeah, so I mean, if you can get a good little hustle into Baby Shark, you can make it happen. Another thing that you can do is have a couple spa night. So they're, using some if you have bubble bath, even though ladies don't soak in the bubble bath too long because it's going to irritate stuff down there. But bubble bath, or just if you don't have any of that stuff, you can take some oil, some body oil, or even if you don't have body oils, get some body lotion and do massages. Give each other foot massages or full body massages. And so you can have that couple spa night. Now I learned something interesting. Post our session with our show with Dr. Erykah. She was telling me some other ideas because she will be back on the show to giving us more tips. But we were talking, she said, I wanted to talk to the couples about using your couple's body as a plate, and getting kind of sensual and things like that. And I said, Dr. Erykah, we tried that and I ended up in the hospital with a bacterial infection. She said,
"What?"
Yeah. And I said, because Kevin was using like whipped cream and strawberries and the syrup and the caramel and all this stuff. And she said, she gave us a helpful hint. So I'm going to pass this hint along to you ladies. Don't let your man put that stuff right on the hot box. Because apparently
this just went explicit here.
That will create, a bacterial buildup with all those sugars and things.
And don't let honey near your butt. Ain't nothing worse than you getting a sticky butt. Like that just ain't appealing.
But it was funny when it got on you though.
No, it wasn't. It was just I know TMI, y'all. I'm sorry.
But anyway, no, this is not TMI. I'm trying to help you. This is from the doctor. The doctor.
Let me say this, Kim. You know what? Me and my dad was together yesterday, and I was telling him. I said, Kim Patterson always asks for you, Dad. So he told me to give you his love as well. He said he definitely remembers you, and he said you was a sweetheart when y'all worked together. So I had to. Kim said, tell me.
So now how am I going to talk about hot boxes after we talked about my father-in-law?
I'm sorry.
But hey, Showtyme is in the building.
Showtime. So,
but so you can do those things. You can also set out a picnic in your living room or in your open space. If you have kids, set up that picnic in your bedroom on the floor.
One of the things that we did recently, and we were cleaning out some stuff, and we found some old pictures just to reminisce. This was our first picture when we started dating. Pictures of our kids, man, and it brought back great memories. Look how skinny I was. Like I was skinny, and I could tell my wife was pregnant here because of her nose. Like she was pregnant with.
Well, we ain't telling nobody yet.
Yeah, we ain't telling nobody yet. And then it just allowed us to reminisce over a lot of different things. So pull out some old pictures and reminisce a little bit. And that'll definitely that'll trigger some things for you. And I what I did love was the picnic in the yard. Like I love that. Like we got a nice little setup now. So I was thinking Friday's gonna be 86 degrees. I'm gonna do a little something.
Yeah. So my husband, I'm so proud of him. He has created our own little Shangri-La in our backyard, and like we are not bothered by anybody else. And
I got a little fire pit that I'm gonna set up out there, and then I got a projector. We're gonna sit out there on Friday with the little fire pit and watch a movie.
Or we could watch Disney sing along.
Yeah, we're gonna watch The Coming.
Okay. So yeah, you can. The other thing, as Kevin alluded to, is switch it up a little bit. You don't have to be up. Tell him, Miss Kim, you ain't got to be up under your man or your woman all day long. Cause y'all, I'm telling you, 3 months of that, y'all gonna start arguing and y'all might end up in divorce. So spend some separate time from one another. Kevin started the show by telling you we spend majority of our day in separate rooms. Like we do this show, then I go to work. I do my work from home. Kevin does his stuff. He does a lot of post-production stuff for the show. And then we don't see each other again until like maybe it's lunchtime, and then we separate. Then it's dinner time, we separate. And then, we'll come together and watch something at the end of the night.
And I love the way they put it. They said spend the whole day in separate rooms and then meet up in the evening.
Yeah, and so that's what Kevin and I have been doing. We'll meet up and watch a show or watch a movie.
And don't say nothing stupid like, where you been at?
So even, nap time, y'all saw yesterday, Kevin was napping on the couch with his dad. But there's so many things. Yeah. So many things you could do. But if you don't take anything else, listen, I know we've only been married for 26 years. Kevin and I don't claim to be the marriage gurus, but I will tell you this. Kevin and I got married. I was 21. He was 19. One of the only ways, there have been ups and downs, hills and valleys for us, good times and horrible times, times where we were just $250 away from getting a divorce. But what we had to learn, and Miss Kim, I think she gonna be my amen corner. If you sitting up and under him like this all day, ladies, I know we love our men, but we gotta get that man some room. But sometimes it's the men that wanna do this. She wants some room. So use this time to engage in your hobbies, whether it's reading, whether it's, just be in separate rooms. Because then when you guys come back together, is this going to make it really, you're not going to be sick of each other.
Yeah. And one of the things that we always say when you want to set the atmosphere, you want to set the mood, is nothing like good music. And we have an artist today. This brother, his name is Showtyme.
Showtyme.
When I say this dude, you have to see him live. He puts on a performance, and his sound is for the younger generation, and as well as the older people can get. He's a soulful singer. If you hear him, he reminds you of what's the guy that used to sing with Jodeci? KC, like his voice is amazing, but he
got some meat on him, and but listen, I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Scott is in the building. Hello, Mr. Scott, thank you for joining us. Listen, we got a treat that we're sure that you will enjoy. Our next guest, none other than Mr. Showtyme himself. Listen up, guys, here it goes.
It's been 3 days since you've been gone. Now it's time for you to come back home. Hurry up and come home. I've really done messed things up this time. Too many secrets, far too many lies. So much, baby, yeah. Baby, I miss you. Oh, no. Baby, I miss you. The door's wide open for you. Come home to me. Yes, it is. Baby, I miss you. Baby, I miss you. She told me that she understood that in and every bad boy, there's a little good. See the signs of what was to come, yeah. Kiss you from stood, oh, you can stand up. Why don't you come on back? Come on back. Oh, I miss you so much, yeah. Come on back. Why don't you come on back, yeah? Come on back. I've been missing you, I'm missing you. Come on back. Come on, come on, come on back. Come on back. Come on, come on, come on. Come on back. Come on, come on, come on. Come on back. Come on.
My good brother.
Welcome
Mr. Showtyme himself. Listen, you can find his project. It's called Love Truth, available now on all media platforms. I'm telling you, the boy's a bad boy.
Can I please say, Kevin, get us up on the screen. Get us up.
The boy's a
Listen,
bad boy.
Ain't nothing like a grown man singing a grown, like, please, baby, come back home to me. I mean, he had the bottle up, and then he reminded me so much of my dad, because my dad used to drink a beverage out of one of those like bottles or whatever. You know, that man was serious. He's like, baby, come home. Kevin, we're gonna have to put that in rotation. That's got to be on our work.
His whole album is hit. So go on.
Showtime, we about to make a Corona baby.
Yeah, so go ahead and check him out, y'all. Listen, I already talked to him. I said, listen, when we get into New York for our live show, you got to see this brother live. Actually, you can catch him live a lot of times at Kelsey's in Atlantic City. So if you ever see him and he's gonna be there, I guarantee you, they don't call him Showtime for nothing. The brother, he gonna give you a show.
I mean, and he ain't bashful about it. I'm gonna tell you one thing. From a woman's perspective, I'm gonna tell y'all guys, he's the right setup for a good night. Mm-hmm. Because like I was looking at that video and I was like, what time I gotta be to work today?
So what I love about his music, you can play it at the family reunion and it's not offensive to the older people.
But you know, me and you, they play that at the family reunion. We going to the bathroom.
We gonna step off. So if y'all see me say I got a candy, you know what my shoe is?
I help you find the baby.
And I got my shoe on. Don't come in the bathroom for a little while. Don't come in the bathroom for a little while. But listen, y'all, it has been another Candy and Kev Car Conversation Home Edition. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Showtime, for being on the show today. We can't wait to have you in New York with us.
Yes, definitely go ahead and support him. Definitely a great dude. Listen, we will be back tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. It's Hump Day, Wednesday. So y'all go ahead and download that. What is it called?
Which one? Oh,
a Showtime song?
His whole album is called Love Truth. So go ahead and you can download it on all media platforms, iTunes, everything, anything you got, you can find. So and then Showtime with a Y.
Showtime with the Y. And then try out some of those tips that we gave you today on different things you could do. Have a picnic in your living room, or if the kids, take the picnic upstairs to your bedroom. And ladies, just remember, nothing in the hot box, because it just doesn't go well. I got that from a sex therapist. You'll end up with a nasty little infection, so just don't do that.
No hot sauce.
Well, hey, I mean, that's right. Up to you. Can
just watch your sodium count. Mess around and stroke out.
Y'all listen. Before we go, Kevin was like, "Baby, we gonna have to switch up." I was like, "Why?" He said, "I got diabetes. I can't be used to all this sweet stuff."
They got diabetic honey. They got diabetic whipped cream. I'm gonna need the diabetic stuff. Matter of fact, we got diabetic syrup.
I said, Kevin, because we are not reenacting The Color Purple. How he die on top of me.
So listen, y'all. We out. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
Candy and Kev.